والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا وبعد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. We continue with our Khawatir. And subhanAllah, I'm going to go back to a verse that subhanAllah that tells you that this Quran is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm not saying we have doubt, but just to reinforce that it cannot be from other than Allah. And subhanAllah, this verse that says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وما محمد إلا رسول قد خلت من قبله الرسل أفإن مات أو قتل انقلبتم على أعقابكم ومن ينقلب على عقبيه فلن يضر الله شيئا وسيجزي الله الشاكرين. So the translation of this verse 144 in Surah Al Imran, Muhammad is not but a messenger. Other messengers have passed on before him. So if he was to die or be killed, would you turn back on your heels? And he who turns back on his heels will never harm Allah at all, but Allah will reward the grateful. So subhanAllah, this verse was revealed because subhanAllah in the battle of Uhud, Shaitan screamed that Muhammad is killed. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Then what happened? Some Muslims, they left the battle and they threw their weapons. And they said, that's it, why we need to fight? Khalas. If he is killed, that's it. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed this verse for many reasons. And one of them that I came back to it is to address one issue that most of us who are suffering, not even, maybe all of us who are suffering from it. If these are the best people and they were not immune from this issue, and this issue is attachment, to be attached to somebody till the extent that, that's it, you want to give up. And subhanAllah, some Muslims, no. And I told you many times, if you can master this, you will be fine in your life. Master the difference between attachment and love. Love is a necessity for life. It's beautiful. And what they told you is not right. Love is blind, that's not true statement. What is blind? Attachment and hate. These are blind. Because subhanAllah, when you are attached, you don't see. And when you hate, you don't see. But love is in the middle. So, who fixed this in the Battle of Uhud? Anas ibn al-Nadr. So he was passing by in the battlefield and he saw this Muslim just giving up and leaving. And he said, why? What are you doing? He said, well, the Prophet died. He was killed. And of course, the Prophet will never be killed. Why? Huh? MashaAllah, you are close. Can you give more? MashaAllah. Because Quran say that people will kill prophets, but not messengers. وَقَتْلِهِمُ إيش؟ الْأَنْبِيَاء. Because the messenger, if he is killed, there will be question mark about the message. People will say, well, if he was alive, he could have changed this or do this. So messenger will never be killed until they deliver the message. Until he received the last verse. What is the last verse? اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام. But the Prophet can be killed because Prophet they don't bring a message. Prophet they just promote the message of the previous messenger. So that is on the side. So Anas ibn al-Nadr said, what's wrong with you? If he died, stand up and die for what he died. And subhanAllah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to fix this issue of attachment. And by the way, sometimes they say, I don't blame them. To be attached to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. But still, and this is where Islam stands strong. And that's what happened to previous religions, where people go extreme in their prophets and messenger like the Christians, and they make him what? God, because they are attached. or other peoples. And I have seen it just what's going on. There are some people who are killed. Their followers said, okay, khalas, it's over. Some of them said, I don't feel even the taste of life anymore. And this is the problem of attachment. And fix this with your children and with your anyone. The only one you should be attached to is why? He's always there. He will never leave you. He doesn't die. He doesn't go. He doesn't. And look, subhanallah, they learn these lessons, and it's very strong lessons. وَمَا مُحَمَّدٌ إِلَّا رَسُولٌ. Other messengers were before him, and he died. And he's gonna die. And subhanallah, still with this lesson, when he died, really, what happened? Some Muslim cannot take it, could have not take it. And who's the famous one? Umar. Umar, he stood up. He said, anybody who said that Muhammad died, he's a hypocrite. I will chop off his head. And he said, what happened to Muhammad is like what happened to Moses. He just went to talk to Allah and come back. And who solved the problem? Abu Bakr. Using this verse. So Anas ibn al-Nadr helped the Muslim in the battle of Uhud. And Abu Bakr, and he was outside Medina. So when he came back, he heard that the Prophet died. He said, where is he? So he went inside the room. Which room? Isha, mashallah. And he went, he looked at him. He knows he's dead. He kissed him. And he said, Ya Rasulullah, you are beautiful, alive and dead. And immediately he went to the manbar. And he said what? Oh people, if you worship Muhammad, what? Muhammad, he died. And if you worship Allah, he is there. And he used the proof, because always you have to have the proof. And he recited these verses, وَمَا مُحَمَّدٌ إِلَّا رَسُولٌ قَدْ خَلَتْ مِنْ قَبْلِهِ الرُّسُلُ أَفَإِن مَّاتَ أَوْ قُتِلَ انقلبتم على أعقابكم ومن ينقلب على عقبيه فلن يضر الله شيئا وسيجزي الله الشاكرين. Allah will reward the shakirin. What does mean shakirin here? Those who understand that they worship Allah, not Muhammad. Muhammad, he just conveyed a message. He's a messenger. Convey the message and leave. But the message and the honor of the message, they are there. That's why we continue to see this khawatir in our talk, my brothers and sisters, that we stay with the message and the honor of the message, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And please work on this. And it's fine line between attachment and love. I was talking to a brother, subhanAllah, on the same topic before we came for Isha. And it happened like this. So the difference is very fine. And there are a lot of problems happen because of this issue. Even in the marriage. One time, many examples, but this one is very funny. One sister, she has a daughter, and always she came to me, please, she needs a husband. And she said, inshallah. And she found one, and almost they're going to get married, but there is a problem. She came to me, and I said, okay, let me talk to him. And I talked to him, and I came back to the office, and I said to the daughter, you can go and talk to him. Inshallah, everything will be fine. Then I asked the mother, I said, you know what is the problem? Your daughter is getting married. She said, what? I said, you. She said, what? I said, you are attached to her, you don't want to let her go. She said, no, Sheikh, wallah. I said, please, just listen to the experts. And if it doesn't work, I give you your money back. I don't charge anything. Then, subhanAllah, the other came back. I said, how is things? He said, inshallah. Then the mother, she said, I told you he's not the right person. Then I look at her. I said, did I tell you are the problem? And this is attachment. Attachment has nothing to do with love. No. Attachment means I cannot be without you. I cannot be happy without you. I cannot continue without you. Yani you are like, some plants, they don't have roots. They stand on what? Around trees or the wall or, mashallah. And I forget the name of it. Huh? Yeah. And in Arabic, it's a very powerful word. But love, I love you, but I can continue without you. I love you, I can be happy without you. And that's what the companions did, subhanAllah. After the Prophet died, they continue. So I was just to touch on this one, the gum for Khatera today. But inshallah, we will, that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave the example to the companions of previous nations. And what did he say? وَكَأَيٍّ مِّن نَبِيٍّ قَاتَلَ مَعَهُ رِبِّيُّونَ كَثِيرٌ فَمَا وَهَنُوا لِمَا أَصَابَهُم فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ وَمَا ضَعُفُوا وَمَا اسْتَكَانُوا. And you are not the first one. There are previous prophets with him رِبِّيُّون. الرِّبِّي هم العلماء والصالحين. Look, these are the people that they were with the Prophet fighting for the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we'll continue tomorrow, but please work on that. Teach that to your children. Love your children. Tell your children to love you, but no attachment. Because one day you're going to leave them or one day they're going to leave you. Subhanallah, at Maghrib we just pray. Janaza, 22 years old. In 2 months he's going to graduate. What happened? The sudden death. You know the sudden death? Because I was talking to a doctor, he said this is very rare to have 22 years old having heart attack. But this is the sudden death. Mawtul fuj'a is one of the signs of the end of time. That people suddenly, may Allah choose for us the best death, inshallah, and may Allah give us al-afiyah, and may Allah give him rahmah, and may Allah help us to love our loved one, not to be attached to them. And may Allah make our heart attached to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Jazakumullahu khairan.